our channel. Today we are doing a Choosey recipe Korean pork.
We are Korean pork and rice bowls.
We are.
I'm Lisa behind the camera.
I'm Rufus.
And this is Beyond Authentic Health, where we're documenting our Slimming World journey.
And beyond.
What was that?
Beyond. It's body magic.
It looked like the Starship Enterprise flying past the planet then.
Very much so.
Very similar, yes. If you don't know what Choosey is, Rufus, when do we do Choosey?
On a Wednesday at 6:30 p.m.
As part of our Losers Club, where we aim to support the losers, the gainers and the maintainers. It's a live stream every single Wednesday. Come and let us know what plan you're doing, whether it's calorie counting, Slimming World, Weight Watchers.
Yeah.
What other ones are there? The meal shake thing.
All of them, no matter what it is, everybody is invited to come along and share and join their...
Whatever your weight loss journey is, whether you're about to start one or whether you've been on one for 20 years, whatever it is, come and join us over there. Anyway, this was choosied by members on the poll on our YouTube post. And as I say, we're doing the Korean pork and rice bowls. So for this recipe, you will need 300 grams of brown basmati rice.
I have already cooked our rice. And there is a reason for this.
Which we'll explain in a little bit.
Yeah.
We've got 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce.
We do here. Doesn't look like a lot, but that is, that's 2 tablespoons.
We've got 1 teaspoon of dark soy sauce plus extra to serve.
Which is here.
Wow, don't know how much extra is in there. Looks like a lot. A 2-centimetre piece of fresh root ginger, peeled and finely grated.
So we've got that there.
That's the paste, isn't it?
Yep.
Yep. And also it says 2 garlic cloves, crushed.
Yeah, so like I say, if you don't have...
That's also in there. That's
if you don't have, or want to be grating it and doing all of that, you can just use paste. So
yeah. Half a level teaspoon of chopped red chilies in vinegar from a jar, drained. What?
All this?
Or a little bit of mild chili powder.
Yes.
Yeah, because red chilies I can't eat. They're too hot for me. I know, right? A low-calorie cooking spray. It doesn't mention Fry Light, but we're not using Fry Light.
We're not.
We are using the we've only just discovered this, Napolina Light in colour olive oil spray. It is apparently 1 calorie per spray.
Yep, it says there, right on the front there, 1 calorie
on the bottle
per spray.
So we're going to give this a go for the first time and see what we think. You also need 400 grams of pork fillet, also known as tenderloin, with the visible fat removed, thinly sliced.
Which I have got here.
Oh, yes, look at that. That looks good. And the doggies had all the fat from it earlier. It then says 1 level teaspoon of sesame seeds.
Which is that?
But a whole packet, a whole bag of sesame seeds for that amount.
If anyone has any ideas, what do we do with the rest of this?
What do you do with it?
What do we do with that?
What do you do with a bag of sesame seeds?
Or the rest of the oyster sauce.
Well, the oyster sauce might be really lovely. We'll end up putting it on toast or something. I don't know. Not that
I don't eat bread.
I know, right? 75 grams of lettuce leaves shredded.
Yeah.
Yeah, they look lovely and shredded there. 75 grams of radishes, thinly sliced.
There you go.
And also 75 grams of mange tout, Rodney, shredded lengthways. Yes. And a quarter of a cucumber, thinly sliced. So that's a lot of cucumber.
It was a ginormous cucumber.
Yeah, we like a lot of cucumber. So then it says here, Rufus, put the rice in a non-stick saucepan with 600 ml boiling water, a pinch of salt, and add bring to the boil over a high heat. Stir once and cover, then reduce the heat to We've already done that with the rice.
And then afterwards it says then to put the rice to one side and just put the lid on it.
Because normally we'd cook the rice or the pasta during the recipe. So why have we chosen to do that now?
That we've found out that it's something to do with the starches that are in the rice.
And if you cook it the day before, it changes the starch from a starch that your body turns to sugar to a starch that is undigestible. So it passes through your body as waste. It basically clears your body through without your body having a chance to turn it to
So basically, for someone like me, I can eat the rice quite happily. But if you're somebody that's diabetic and you eat this rice and cook it the same day, there's the starches in it. Your body can turn some of that to sugars.
Yeah, because
and
the
use it in a different way.
The starch has glucose in as part of its
So
chemical
use it in a
compound.
different way. So for me, I'm not diabetic, so that's okay. I can cook the same day and eat it, but there's different benefits from basically cooking it, storing it in the fridge overnight, and then reheating it the next day when you're going to eat it.
And apparently that's especially true when you're using brown whole grain rices,
what we are,
because you're still getting all the health benefits. But my body is less likely to trying to turn it all into sugar, which the diabetes
But I think
does.
it reduces it down the next day. I think 50% of what the starches that would have been in it if you eat it the same day you cook it.
As you can hear by our slightly confused voices, this is brand new information we're still discovering. Please do not take this as gospel, and please do your own medical research about whether this is something that you need to consider for you and your body and whatever health conditions you may have. Anyway, so that's why we've done that. So then it says, meanwhile, pretend that that's, cooking on the stove or something. So we need to mix the oyster sauce, the soy sauce, the ginger and garlic
So if I put these all together in a bowl, and then I will put them then over the pork.
Yeah, so that's the oyster sauce and the soy sauce. I'll take that one, thank you. And then the garlic and the ginger.
I thought if you're not great at if you're not great, you get it. If you're not great at grating, then
that's a very funny.
If you're not great at grating stuff, then probably a good idea just to get the paste, because it does make life a little easier.
It really does. And then you mix that with the chilies, or in our case, a little bit of chili powder. Chili powder. Just a tiny bit.
This is mild anyway.
Just a tiny bit, just a tiny bit, just a tiny bit.
But it says to use, if you weren't just using the chili powder, it says to add, it's chilies that have been pickled.
Yeah,
so
weird that.
So
Anyway, so we've got those. Then it says add the pork, mix well, and set aside.
Yeah.
So you're actually going to transfer the sauce onto the pork. And then, do you know what the easiest way to mix well is that I've discovered when you've got a Tupperware?
Shake it up.
Put the lid on
and shake it.
Yeah. That's what I do with the salads now, isn't it? In the bowl. Kind of make it and layer them, and then stuff it all together, and then give it a good old shake. There we go. That looks lovely already. So there you go. This is the easiest way to mix them together, is in a Tupperware. Just make sure the lid fits properly.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
It's a bit like when you're using a blender, you want to make sure your lid is always tight. Right, so then it says, when the rice is ready, put the rice to one side. So we've done all of that.
The rice is there on the top of the cooker, just resting.
Yeah, so then we need to spray a large non-stick wok or deep frying pan with our low-calorie cooking spray. In our case, the very posh, very, very select Napolina olive oil.
I haven't used it. It says, press the button several times to activate.
Okay, go on then.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh.
Okay, and then give it a couple of squirts. Place that over a high heat, and then add the pork and stir fry for 3 or 4 minutes until cooked through. Do you think that's well enough mixed? I think that is well and truly coated.
Yeah. But yeah, when I pick the recipe out of the book, I go mostly by what the picture looks like. If I think it looks really nice, rather than how many steps is it going to take to cook it.
Yeah. I say it's the last thing we do before we go live on a Wednesday, isn't it? Choose the Choosey book.
See how long it's actually going to take us to cook it, so that just in case we need to marinate something or do something before cooking.
Absolutely. I will just say as well, while we're just cooking this one through, by the way, the rice is now in the microwave for a couple of minutes just to warm that through. But I will say as well, we have, a couple of weeks ago, started a Facebook group. It's called the Losers Club by Beyond Authentic Health. Yeah. And we've got already quite a few people who have joined us over there. So if you want a little bit more support, whether you're a loser, a gainer, or a maintainer, if you want a bit more support in your weight loss journey, do come over and join us on the Facebook page. I always share the food that we cook every night, so there'll be a photo of this. I share that over on the page. You quite often post things if you've seen something good on the tickety-tockety TikTok shop, TikTok things. And then lots of people share what they eat in a day, but also there's people that ask for advice. How many sins is this? I've got a recipe I'd like to do with that. It's almost like a little Slimming World Facebook group, but across the entire country and other countries, because we've got a couple of people in there that aren't UK based. Do just look on Facebook for the Losers Club by Beyond Authentic Health, and then request to join. It is a private group, so if you want to keep your own sort of weight loss journey to yourself, no one's going to see it, no one's going to be able to tell that you're in that group. But yeah, come and get some support, or come and give some support. That's it. The more, the merrier. We've all been at different points in our journey, haven't we? Where we could do with a bit of support, even us.
Definitely, yeah. I
know, right? We even me, as gobby and sort of confident as I might seem on some of the videos, even I struggle sometimes, and I've had my own battles with issues with food over the years, or food noise, all sorts, haven't I? So,
I said I don't normally get things with food noise. I said I've had a little bit of that this week.
You have, yeah.
Where I've been getting up and eating pickles and things like that, because it's a speed food, but normally I'm quite happy with just what I have. But then, like I say, just my brain's telling me, get up and go and find something to eat. So I compromise. I go, right, I'm going to give you a few pickles. Have that.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to eat things I shouldn't, I just try and go for the safest choice if I'm just going to grab a handful of something.
Yeah. Also, if you want some really good ideas on different meals, different options that you can have, mainly, I've got to say, for dinners or lunches, then do check out the recipe playlist on our channel, because we've got lots of recipes we've done over the years. We've been doing this on and off for about 8 years on the YouTubes. So there's a lot of content we made with different recipes over the years. And some of them we are going to have a go at revisiting, aren't we? Some of the older ones, and just see whether we want to do things a little differently, include some other bits and pieces.
Plus, as the weather starts to cool down a bit later, or like I say, in the season, we'll go back to doing some soups and things again. So because we haven't done any for a little while. Again. That's it.
Yeah. Rufus, one of the messages we had on a video this week was somebody was asking, do we actually cook every single meal from scratch, or do we, like, I don't know, I guess they meant, do we get ready meals, or do we get the Slimming World meals?
No, we don't buy them very often. A lot of the time it's, if we're doing a recipe that says for 4 people, sometimes like say when we did the chicken tikka masala, we'll cook it, and then at one time, like I say, earlier in our journey, we would have eaten bigger meals and it would have been gone. But now we're trying portion control a bit more, and we will save 2 portions for the next day or the next couple of days.
Absolutely.
So, if you are cooking something and there's only 2 of you, and a meal for 4, you can batch cook a little bit and put a couple of meals aside for another day, so you're not cooking fresh every single day.
And I mean, we do use processed food like the beetroot burgers and things. But generally speaking, if we're going to have beef burgers, we make them, or you make them. You do an amazing beef burger. But anything else that we cook, the only sort of real processed food that we have, and pre-made in that way, would be occasionally we'll use corn, or we'll use the beetroot or Moroccan burgers from Lidl. But apart from that, I would say 98% of our meals each and every week, each and every month are like this, aren't they? We cook from scratch. I mean, it's not always as elaborate with putting everything in bowls. You'll know this. If you cook at home, do you actually, chop it up and present it in a little colour-coded bowl? No. You chop it up, leave it on the cutting board, and then chuck it in. But, for the sake of a YouTube video...
So that's pretty much all of that.
To make things look nice. Oh, gosh, hang on. I forgot where we are in the recipe then. What do we do next?
I've got to... it says cook for 3 to 4 minutes. It says, and then add the sesame seeds.
Oh, yeah, add the sesame seeds. And that's it.
But yeah, the soy sauce, it says you can use at the end if you want to put a little bit extra on your dinner.
That's
for
it.
the dark soy. I didn't even know that there was only like very little stages in it.
Right,
Yeah.
well, I'll tell you what, everyone. Rufus is going to bung the sesame seeds in, and I will move the camera to one side while I put the other stuff in the bowls and get ready to dish it all up. Oh, that does look nice. I do like sesame seeds. Do you know what? I used to like those sesame seed snap things.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know what we do with the rest of the sesame seeds.
Well, give it to the birdies in winter.
Or something,
Yeah, they'll love it.
There.
There we go. Do you not put all of the sesame seeds on? Because
Well,
that's the way down, mate. Go on, chuck it all on. Do what the recipe says for once. I know, right? Look at
even
me.
though it's enough for 4 people, but you know.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to pop you just to one side while we...
Well, I'm that small, you could pop me to one side.
No, not you, dear. The camera, while I set everything else up.
Yeah.
So, Rufus, put a little bit of the soy sauce on. I will
Do you want a little bit on yours?
Tiny bit drizzle.
Whereabouts?
We'll just make it look
on the
artistic,
rice?
dear, yeah. A little bit. Oh, there we go. Oh, that looks nice. Just a splash. And a little bit on the salad. That'll do. That'll do. That looks lovely. And the same on yours. Oh, yeah, that looks delicious. I will just say as well that obviously this says it's for 4 people, but this is going to be our main meal dinner.
We have only used, like I say, we've only used 1 portion of the rice.
Yeah.
So
we've got a portion of rice between us, and then we've got all of the salad and the pork.
Yep.
And I will say, if this was for 4 people, I think it would be more of a lunchtime, a sort of a light snack rice bowl type thing, rather than it being a main meal.
Yeah.
Just before we do the taste test, I'm going to pause it and get the photos.
Okay.
So then, Rufus, time for the taste test. Let's have a little nibble. I'm going to have, there was a little tiny piece of that pork just there. I'm going to try that. And I'm going to have it with a little bit of the rice.
I said
with the soy
sometimes
sauce.
we get, is it a salmon poke, don't we?
Salmon poke bowl, yeah.
Because it's a really clean meal, apart from the little bit of, obviously, the garlic and ginger and stuff on there and the soy sauce on the pork, I think it's really nice.
I think it's really tasty.
I can't tell that there's sesame seeds on it,
No,
but I think that
neither can I,
could, whether that's just me, I don't know, but...
Just adds to the overall flavour and everything. I think that's really, really tasty. Let me just have a little bit of the...
But yeah, one of our favourites is
cucumber.
like the salmon poke bowls and that. Sometimes we all get.
First thoughts, quite nice. But come back and join us for our final thoughts when hopefully we'll have some empty plates.
Yeah.
Let's go eat this now. So we finished dinner. You've cleared your plate. I've left a bit of the mange too because I've got a bit of a mouth ulcer and it's really, really crunchy. So then, what did you think about the Korean, what was it, pork with rice bowl?
I'm a fan of meals like this, I think. Because, like I said, we like having the rice bowls, don't we? Like with this salmon and stuff.
Yeah.
So.
And also the burrito bowls that we make are fairly similar sort of basis.
But yeah, I thought it was really nice. Yeah.
What do you think about the flavour of the sauce on the rice, on the pork?
Really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you have this again?
Yes.
And scores out of 10?
An 8.
Okay.
It was nice though. I think, like I say, because of just being a clean meal as such and fairly quick to prepare and put together, I think it was quite nice.
I've got to say that for me, I really thought the pork was delicious. Really, really, really nice. I wasn't a big fan on the rest of it,
The other stuff,
to be brutally honest. It's fine. I don't mind the salad and
But I said,
everything
so
else.
if you had it with the rice and mixed veg or something else on the side, then definitely yes, you would probably prefer
I think
that.
the only thing I didn't like in the salad was the mange too. I think without that, I would have been a lot.
Yeah.
It would have been a lot easier for me to eat. But I actually wish there was more of that sauce.
Yeah.
If we do it again, I would really like to say double or even triple up
Just the
on the
sauce
sauce ingredients,
I guess you can do.
and then to almost have it like to pour it over the pork. I thought the sesame seeds, which we went all the way to Asda to get because they didn't have any in Lidl, were completely pointless. Yeah, what was the point of those?
Like I say, the sins that are in it are for the sesame seeds.
So we just add half a sin? No, a sin each.
So yeah, I wouldn't miss the sesame seeds before.
No. Don't forget, on a Wednesday evening on our live stream at 6:30 p.m, we give you another 2 Choosey options each and every week. So if you want to see what this week's recipe is, join us on the Wednesday and then vote from the following day on our YouTube page, isn't it? It goes up as a post. So then, overall, one of the more successful meals. We'll probably adapt it and have it again, but quite liked it. Overall, not a bad option. And the most important thing, I don't think either of us would have naturally picked that as something to try had we not done Choosey. So it's paying off dividends, this. It really is. We're trying all sorts of food that we probably wouldn't have tried.
Sesame seeds.
Yeah, I did see the point in that. Couldn't really taste it.
If you like that sort of thing, that's all right. But yeah, I'd rather save the half a sin or so for the sesame seeds.
Yeah.
But,
and on that bombshell, that's going to be it from us. And as we always say, stay you, stay true, stay authentic.
And happy Choosey.
Happy Choosey. We'll see you all again very soon. Bye-bye.